All right, Coach, so this old place not quite done yet. There is playoff football to be played in the East Bay in Oakland, California. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. The winner of this one will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 54. And away we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Carr defers to Jacobs on the draw. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
36. White. 637. 12 Jumbo. He's checking crack. Express. Get set. Be ready. Hey, box drop.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Wreaking havoc was Nathan Shepard, the D tackle. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He's got a man. It's Williams. That one goes for 24 yards.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
Get him, boy.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Carr. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Raider 1. Hey, 734.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trevor Davis. 39 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. They find some open field here. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On 1st down, Jacobs. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check three. Hey, alert 3. He's coming. We got nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Switch. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. White Monday,
they'll run on 1st down. It's Jacobs pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Carr looking deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 50 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They come out here in the eye. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run it with Jacobs. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. These two teams all tied after one. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
694.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the 31, Darnold, he's going to air one out for Anderson. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Robbie Anderson, 69 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Carr now to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down, Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Completes it to Davis. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but The defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen, but everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 51 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Daniel Brown, 69 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. 23 yards, the final tally. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year and the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Check it.
Carr going to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Quentin Williams able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Recon, 132 fighter. Crunch. Express. Motion.
To throw his Carr. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get down. Undercut. You're mine. Check 50. Check. Slant. Express. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have now moved out in front. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, it's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. Darnold. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
We're going to sign. Hey, watch the ball.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
To the
air again, Darnold. under pressure now. Darnold, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure,
he's got a man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets, and even 40 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Bell. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll go again with Bell.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive was very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Carr. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
Switch.
Draw play, Crowell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Lucky. Check 13. Check that down. Express. Motion backfield.
On 2nd down and 4. Carr. It's caught by Davis. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Into the red zone, it's Carr. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Now, 180. 180, we're good, we're good. 185.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57.
Shotgun now for Carr. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Carlson on for the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Watch the screen. Pass, lady.
Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And an alley to run. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. He's having a nice little game. Maybe already has an eye on that 3rd touchdown.
And how about what our producer, Christian McLeod, likes to say when they've scored touchdowns like this? He's put a tent up in Touchdown City.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
93. Express. Check the call, check the call.
From the 25 on second down. Carr looking downfield for jump. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for the Raiders. And even 40 yards.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Check 37, check 37. Express. Check 4, check 4.
One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Here's Carr to throw. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
57 Mike.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Watch the shift. Check, check. Lie down. Check. What's up? What's up?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. The Raiders on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Echo. 57's Mike. Yeah. Express. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Hey, watch out.
Now Carr. That's going to be caught by Williams for a Raiders touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down.
185. 637. Hey, Delta. Check 9, check 9. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ain't.
From the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. No. Twist on travel. 80. Switch.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first. Darnold on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
General West.
Now it's Darnold, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first, and it's 3rd down now. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Gets this one to Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 55, Mike. Hey, Charlie.
A first down throw, Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Bravo.
Darnold to throw again. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Darnold for the red zone now. This is caught. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bend? And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jacobs. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays. And they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They fell 1 step short of that.
Oh, and that's going to hurt for a long time. That's going to be a big one for the offseason. Their goal now has to be